As the National Terrazzo and Mosaic Association embarks on its next 100 years, we gather here tonight on a century-strong foundation. Since its beginnings, the NTMA has been at the forefront of shaping the terrazzo industry. Today, we continue to build on the pillars of integrity, ingenuity, expertise, and cooperation that defines us. This association is the terrazzo industry. As we renew our commitment to serve our communities and the construction industry, we aim to uphold our position as the most extraordinary trade association in the world. Together tonight, we are also building reputations, trust, relationships, and memories. Good evening, esteemed NTMA members and guests. Welcome to the NTMA 2024 Honor Awards ceremony. We sincerely appreciate your presence tonight and the distance each of you has traveled to join us. A special thank you goes to this evening's sponsor, Creative Edge, for making this fantastic Honor Awards dinner possible. This evening is dedicated to recognizing the unwavering commitment of our members and their relentless daily pursuit of excellence. With the unveiling of tonight's NTMA Honor Awards, we celebrate the enduring legacy you sustain and advance in every job you undertake. Tonight's gathering represents the integral roles that each of you, as individuals and companies, play in the success of our industry year after year. Your contributions shape the very identity of our dynamic industry. Together, we will continue to build and grow a thriving terrazzo association. To those who submitted your work for judging for tonight's awards, we value your participation immensely. Your engagement in the Honor Awards program is invaluable because we will proudly showcase your achievements and the capabilities of terrazzo to the design and construction industries. In this year's array of winners, which range from elegantly intricate to monumentally simple, we witnessed new trends, fresh perspectives, technical innovation, the impressive, the inspiring, the unexpected. The 2024 panel of NTMA Honor Award judges, composed of terrazzo industry veterans and design professionals, gathered late last year to review each entry vying for these elite awards. This group applied its considerable collective experience to rate each of a diverse group of excellent entries, considering aesthetics, craftsmanship, and scope. Tonight, we unveil 16 honor awards, including one special category Judge's Choice Award and the terrazzo industry's highest honor, the 2024 Job of the Year. Each entry and award recipient are a testament to the dedication and ingenuity that defines our industry. And now, the NTMA 2024 Honor Awards. Highlighting history and honor was the design team's guiding concept for this new Alumni Center. In response to the owner's desire for a structure that would last 100 years, durable materials were specified for the high-traffic areas. The lobby's timeless aesthetic boldly grounds the space in the school's history and traditions with a custom epoxy terrazzo floor in 3 colors. It is complemented by an imposing 3-story precast terrazzo staircase with poured-in-place landings and a 12-inch precast straight base. The seal is perfectly detailed, and the school's navy blue and gold colors in symmetric bordered rectangles with brass inlay are well executed. The pattern implemented in the central and lower level lobbies required a precise layout for the numerous 90-degree angles and intricate spacing. The main lobby's terrazzo floor incorporated linear diffusers for the HVAC system. Coordinating with the general contractor and installers was critical to ensure correct placement. Closing the stairways for the terrazzo installation posed different problems for proper emergency egress, and multiple trades requiring access to upper floors. For an exemplary job in the U.S. Naval Academy Flugull Alumni Center in Annapolis, Maryland, this award goes to the Roman Mosaic and Tile Company of Linthicum, Maryland. This elegant restoration project began as a small installation of sand cushion terrazzo in this church built in 1880. During demolition, it was discovered that the utility tunnels running beneath the sanctuary were on the verge of collapse, so the entire floor area had to be excavated to complete the renovations. The terrazzo contractor worked with the project team to design an epoxy terrazzo system to be installed on the new concrete subfloor. The contractor delivered a well-executed, beautifully appropriate installation that complements the interior design. The geometric pattern in 5 colors was all poured in place. The terrazzo contractor took into account historic building techniques and materials, religious considerations, and artistic intent while implementing the latest technology and practices. A digital layout tool guided strip placement with perfect accuracy on 90-degree intersections and emblems along the 150-foot central aisle and 95-foot side aisles. In front of the altar, embedded into the floor beneath the terrazzo, is a relic of a saint, with a terrazzo cover and a brass crucifix adorning it. Continuing the design from the central path up to the altar with vertical strips is an appealing detail. The contractor on this splendid installation in St. Joseph Catholic Church in Jasper, Indiana, is Midwest Terrazzo of Evansville, Indiana. Dominating the 3-story glass-enclosed atrium in this new university addition is a sweeping grand staircase in precast terrazzo, deftly detailed with stainless steel inserts. The contractor created all precast in-house. The angled staircase adds a dynamic focal point to the space. Special attention was given to capping the stringers on all sides, which presented unique challenges that were expertly addressed. The terrazzo design at the main entrance, with brass inserts depicting sea animals and shells, adds interest while representing the geological movement of the Red Cedar River flowing behind the facility. Reflective ceilings on pedestrian bridges spanning the atrium mirror the terrazzo floor below. The contractor served as a design-build consultant on the project for the proper use of terrazzo and correct engineering on the bridges. To avoid curling and irregularities in the slab, the contractor also directed the installation team not to saw-cut the slab on grade. Consequently, the slab cracked without warpage, and the cracks were filled with epoxy. Terrazzo control joints were used at all column lines and corridor intersections and to functionally connect the new terrazzo to that in an existing building. The NTMA offers its compliments for this top-notch job in the Michigan State University Broad School of Business in East Lansing to Micheluti Brothers of East Point, Michigan. This epoxy terrazzo installation stands out for its bold use of color within a cohesive modern interior design. Complementing the neutral tones, a pristine white adds elegance, while the creative large-scale integration of the school's vibrant yellow infuses energy into the space and achieves the intended yellow tunnel effect. In addition, the complex strip pattern on this renovation project is precisely aligned, the finish flat, and the aggregate distribution and colors consistent throughout. The floor was initially polished to a 200 grit finish with the specified floor finish sealer. However, the client team then requested more shine, so the sealer was stripped and the floor burnished with a series of progressively finer grit pads. The The contractor's crews successfully overcame the difficulties of limited on-site storage and a tight schedule. When the school opened in the fall, night work began. The center's 4 restaurants had to be covered with plastic during night shifts to keep dust out of food prep areas, to ensure a clean environment with no evidence of the Terrazzo work. A very well done goes to T.B. Pinnock & Sons of San Diego for this captivating renovation project at the University of California at San Diego Price Center. Welcome to this new airport terminal, where a European-style interior and a fresh color palette converge in a streamlined, straightforward aesthetic. Quality Terrazzo craftsmanship is evident in the extensive aviation-themed chevron patterns. All 1,000-plus chevrons were hand-set using corrugated plastic templates produced by the contractor. The project was installed over lightweight concrete with 2 coats of moisture mitigation. Concerns about light reflection in the floor were top of mind for the airport administration, with the CFO personally on site to inspect the work with a straight edge. To meet these high standards, the contractor's crew applied an average of 1 inch of epoxy fill throughout, meticulously screeding the floor to achieve a remarkable tolerance of 1/8 inch in 10 feet across the entire floor. The installation included over 500,000 square feet of epoxy terrazzo and over 3,600 linear feet of precast cement terrazzo tread and riser units, which were specified at 4 inches thick. Crews used gantry cranes to set over 400 stair units, some over 8 feet long and weighing over 650 pounds on 22 flights of stairs. Multiple crews were mobilized 7 days a week in 2 shifts for 9 months to complete the project. The contractor on this impressive installation at Newark Liberty International Airport is T. Yori Corp. Of Allentown, Pennsylvania. The renovation of this one-of-a-kind office space, serving as the central hub for a diverse family of over 100 companies, was a collaborative triumph. The Terrazzo contractor worked with numerous partners to refine these extraordinary designs. A distinctive Palladiana pattern incorporates 12 by 12 inch irregular marble slabs in the main entry. The 9th floor entry's highly detailed composition is a tribute to the city's original hub-and-spoke planning grid, with 3 distinct terrazzo mixes distinguishing the streets, buildings, and parks. Concerted attention was given to the floor materials, particularly for the city grid, which posed additional quandaries as it was installed over raised access flooring and with a light ring around the perimeter at the same elevation. The eye-catching installation showcases significant skill and attention to detail. The contractor also installed a large custom mosaic to anchor the monumental spiral staircase. Designed by Fail, the mosaic was sheet-mounted and placed over flowable hydraulic cement underlayment with crack isolation. The project was completed on a tight schedule that included weekends. Let's give a big round of applause for this spectacular achievement at Rock Venture's one-campus Marcia Central Hub in Detroit, skillfully completed by Artisan Tile of Brighton, Michigan. At the entrance of this new 4-story medical school, abundant natural light pours through the glass facades, strategically positioned to showcase the lustrous monochromatic terrazzo floor. The elegant, understated floor supports the architecture. Reinforcing a harmonious interior design, the beautifully executed plinth and massive stairway spanning the lobby to the 3rd floor serves as the focal point. Accented with heavy top aluminum strips, terrazzo extends the length of the building into the elevator cabs and through several hallways, each connected to the lobby. The plinth's treads and risers, extending walls, and caps were all poured in place, and the plinth itself required floating to level the concrete at the walls and landing. The angled staircase rises from the plinth with 55 precast treads and risers, all produced by the Terrazzo contractor and floated out before installing the terrazzo. The contractor took special care during the installation and grinding process to ensure a flat and level finish, considering the vast amount of sunlight entering the building. Extreme caution also had to be taken to protect all the metal on the window walls. For tremendous work on this project at the University of Houston College of Medicine, we commend the contractor, Southern Tile and Terrazzo of Houston. This fun, appealing epoxy terrazzo floor in a new science wing is the focus of a balanced interior design. With the goal of maximizing learning opportunities in the school, the terrazzo floor incorporates a bright topographical map of southeastern Virginia, with accurate longitude and latitude grids, and coordinates with a detailed rendering of the Chesapeake Bay shoreline. An attractive palette of 5 epoxy colors represents the bay, with its earth, marsh, and water, while glass and mirror aggregates add depth and sparkle. NTMA judges appreciated the level of simplicity and scale of the map and how the vibrant, harmonious colors filled the entire space. The terrazzo contractor's crews followed a stencil to recreate the intricate waterways and coastline precisely and shaped all the zinc and aluminum divider strips by hand on site. Demonstrating a high degree of craftsmanship, the masterfully undertaken installation was detailed and labor-intensive. The complex shoreline, with its intricate curves and radii, required focus and skill at every step. The contractor also produced the 4-inch straight precast base in-house. This installation was completed in 31 days. For this excellent installation in the Kecoughtan High School in Hampton, Virginia, we offer our hearty congratulations to the David Allen Company of Raleigh, North Carolina. Distinguishing this airport's otherwise minimalist terrazzo design is exuberant welcome lettering in 29 languages at 5 entries, a delightful feature. Working in one of the world's biggest and busiest hubs presented challenges for the terrazzo contractor between the scale of the project, staging materials, and minimizing interference with the airport's daily operation. The 260,000 square foot project included 32 yards of epoxy fill, 22,000 linear feet of poured-in-place cove base, 5 precast staircases, and 20 poured-in-place terrazzo columns, all on an accelerated schedule. Corridor renovations were partitioned off and completed one side at a time to accommodate foot traffic, and care had to be taken to match the strip patterns. Surveyors were used to create benchmarks for technicians to follow, which saved time and ensured an impeccable layout. In baggage claim, new poured-in-place terrazzo was saw-cut to match the pattern of existing precast terrazzo tiles. For a notable job well done, demonstrating superb craftsmanship throughout, at Chicago's O'Hare Airport, we congratulate Menconi Terrazzo of Bensenville, Illinois. This project was the first renovation of a Gothic-style church built in 1902 in nearly 50 years. Based on historical documentation and photos, the renovation pays tribute to the original decor while creating a significant transformation. The terrazzo contractor took the artist's rendering from the basic concept to reproduce the layout in the terrazzo and worked with the church team to develop the color palette. Before the terrazzo installation, structural reinforcement was required in the basement due to deflection. The contractor then replaced the subfloor with new plywood, followed by an isolation membrane and fiberglass scrim. To expedite the terrazzo installation, templates were used for the repeating pattern, with one sheet leapfrogging the other. The divider strips for the central crosses in the main aisle pattern were water jet cut, while all other lines were hand-laid. Other finishes and art in the church were diligently protected during the installation to avoid any damage. The updated interior design honors the church's history and establishes a captivating, reverent environment. For their first-rate work in the St. Mary's Catholic Church in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota, this award goes to Wisconsin Terrazzo of Onalaska, Wisconsin. This new high school is the largest in the county and the fourth adaptation of the county's high school prototype. Designed for energy efficiency and conservation, the school was constructed as a green school. The terrazzo in the main gathering spaces on all 3 stories of the school is an updated interpretation of the classic pinwheel. Along the corridors, the terrazzo layout provides direction, employing wayfinding for each lane of student traffic and merging into a woven pattern at intersections. The epoxy terrazzo floor in 6 colors was an opportunity to demonstrate masterful craftsmanship with precise layout and attention to detail. The pattern spans the length of each corridor and all main areas. The installation team created templates with a grid layout to assist with placing all divider strips and control joints. For a superlative job at Guilford Park High School in Jessup, Maryland, we congratulate the Roman Mosaic and Tile Company of Linthicum, Maryland. Nearby cliffs and sandstone canyons inspired this interior concept. Shared by life sciences research labs and office spaces, the contemporary lobby design is anchored by a striking piece of art, a 2-story sedimentary wall. Configured to visually represent the line between cliffs and the ocean, white microblend terrazzo with sediment flecks represents dry, untouched sand. It extends to the cantilevered monumental staircase and across the mezzanine. A darker microblend terrazzo flows into the elevator cabs, representing sand touched by the ocean waters and acting as a landing point for a wood-clad soffit and columns reminiscent of a pier. The fabrication and installation of the precast monumental staircase required extra detail work to achieve the illusion of one solid piece. All precast pieces were produced in-house. The crew installed the 200-pound precast pieces on the monumental stairs while wearing fall protection harnesses since there were no stair railings. The landing had to be ground by hand with 7-inch grinders because taking a 2-head machine up the stairs was too hazardous. For top-notch work in Director's Place in San Diego, this award goes to T.B. Pinnock & Sons of San Diego. The owners of this iconic 1942 diner built a new restaurant on the original site, 3 times larger, and designed to accommodate up to 20,000 customers weekly. The new interior captures the retro ambiance of the old-school diner with a contemporary flair. 4 epoxy terrazzo colors in intricate custom design patterns and motifs elevate the visual appeal of the interior while providing subtle wayfinding and easy care toughness and longevity to stand up to high traffic. Many radial strips and larger logo designs were produced in a metal fabrication shop and soldered to mesh for installation, coming together like a puzzle on site, with some composed of 10 separate pieces. Each piece was clamped together and detailed with a solder before priming to the substrate. The floor was grouted twice between each final 400 grit polish. Upon completion of the floor and surrounding finishes, The owner requested custom terrazzo tabletops to match a floor accent color. Work was completed in 3 relatively continuous phases divided at control joints. The resulting interior is a harmonious blend of history and quality craftsmanship. For an exemplary accomplishment at Top's Diner in Newark, New Jersey, we present this award to Imperial Flooring of Freehold, New Jersey. Each floor in this new children's hospital is assigned a natural element of the local terrain. On the first floor, a stunning waterfall flows down a monumental precast staircase, a masterpiece that took several terrazzo artisans to execute using a newly developed process. Each tread, finished at 2 inches thick with an attached combination riser, included multiple colors and intricate strip designs. Water jet cut animals in zinc create moments of delight, supporting the hospital's Putting Patients First mission. Floor patterns complement the ceiling curves and the intricate wall designs. The precast wall base is coordinated with the floor layout, and a 4-inch precast base was fabricated to follow columns and curved walls. With perfectly adjoined strip detail and uniform aggregate mixes, great attention to detail is evident throughout. Templates created using CAD and waterjet technology expedited the installation process. The contractor produced 50 samples, multiple mock-ups, and a full-size tread. Zinc divider strips were all hand-bent on site. For this dazzlingly designed and executed project at the Texas Children's Hospital North Campus in Austin, let's give a big round of applause to Sigma Terrazzo of Dallas. The stylish design of this new boutique hotel in a nightlife district is a refined response to the trendy, historic neighborhood's industrial, old-world ambiance. Traditional Venetian terrazzo in warm tones heightens the visual impact of the lobby, a pre-function space, and the city's largest rooftop lounge. The texture of the terrazzo imparts a sense of substantial weight and grandeur, amplified by the rich contrast of the light background with darker aggregates. The heavy brass strip pattern introduces a tasteful Art Deco vibe. A hybrid terrazzo system blends an epoxy matrix poured at a thickness of 3/4 of an inch, allowing for the proper nesting of larger aggregates and ensuring sufficient chip density. Aggregates and resin were mixed and poured on the floor without additional broadcasting of chips. It was then power troweled to close the mix, and followed by additional rough grinding to properly expose the chips. Tight strip joints and chip distribution demonstrate exemplary workmanship, as does the seamless fit on the hand-cut radius where 2 colors of precast panels meet on the bar front. The installation team also skillfully avoided bluing with the well-polished brass strip. For exceptional work on this terrific project at the Godfrey Hotel in Detroit, the NTMA recognizes Micheluti Brothers of East Point, Michigan. This new twin-tower high-rise blends tradition with contemporary architecture. Inside, an outstandingly creative and captivating terrazzo design was crafted with thousands of interconnected semicircles, each formed with a terrazzo micro-blend instead of traditional divider strips. The complex pattern demanded flawless precision, achieved using a custom metal stencil to produce each perfectly shaped arch. The complexity lay in maintaining accuracy throughout the repetitive pattern. Any irregularities would result in complicated repairs. This design was integrated into public circulation corridors and spa areas over 3 floors alongside irregular shapes and non-geometrically straight borders, introducing unique impediments that required innovative solutions and stellar craftsmanship. Success in realizing the design with micro terrazzo forms was a point of pride for all project stakeholders. The sleek 20-foot-long reception desks were meticulously crafted with precast terrazzo components and poured-in-place treatments to conceal the joints and achieve a seamless finish. The contractor on this superb project at Fairmont Doha in Doha, Qatar, the recipient of a Judge's Choice International Honor Award, is the Qatar Construction Technique Company of Doha, Qatar. And now the moment we have all been waiting for. The National Terrazzo and Mosaic Association's 2024 Job of the Year. With its attractive European-style interior and harmonious color palette, this new 500,000 square foot terrazzo installation in Newark Liberty International Airport earned high marks on all counts from NTMA judges. A cohesive design, impressive craftsmanship, and the contractor's success in overcoming the complications on this project all contribute to making it truly outstanding. Impeccably composed, the welcoming space is well suited to an airport. The floor's understated yet sophisticated patterning, reminiscent of wings or propellers, is dynamically paralleled in the ceiling. The wayfinding chevron motif installed throughout the terminal guides passengers to arrivals, departures, and the food court. Over 1,000 zinc chevrons were hand-set using corrugated plastic templates that the contractor produced in-house. High-caliber craftsmanship is evident in the floor's intricate composition, which enhances the interior's streamlined style without overpowering it. To meet the high standards of the airport administration, crews applied an average of 1 inch of epoxy fill throughout the 555,000 square foot installation. They followed it with meticulous screeding to achieve a remarkable tolerance of 1/8 inch in 10 feet across the entire project. The terrazzo was poured over lightweight concrete with 2 coats of moisture mitigation, and the completed floors were polished to a 3,000 grit natural finish. Another impressive feature of this project is the high-quality precast stair installation. Over 3,600 linear feet of precast tread and riser units in cement terrazzo, specified at 4 inches thick, were installed on 22 flights of stairs throughout the terminal. Crews used gantry cranes to set over 400 stair units, some of which were over 8 feet long and weighing over 650 pounds. Value engineering also played a role in the project. Using one consistent aggregate blend of glass, mother-of-pearl, mirror, and marble across various matrix colors restricted costs to gain additional square footage of terrazzo. Multiple crews were mobilized 7 days a week in 2 shifts for 9 months to complete this colossal terrazzo project. The terminal opened nearly on time, a remarkable achievement for major infrastructure projects in the New York City area. Well deserving of our highest compliments for exceptional work on this challenging project at Newark Liberty International Airport. We are thrilled to present the 2024 Job of the Year to T. Yori Corp. of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Our heartfelt thanks to all who entered the competition this year, and to each of you who joined us in celebrating excellence in terrazzo at the NTMA 2024 Honor Awards. Thank you again to Creative Edge for sponsoring this event.